Hey guys, this is Zuri, and you have once again found Talkie Yarny to me. And do you guys notice anything different about me today? Do you? Do you? Do you? Do you? I have completed I forget the name of this sweater again. I'm gonna stand up and show you in a second, but it's a bag of day crochet tutorial for a cocoon cardigan made out of Caron Colorama Halo yarn. Completely forgot the name, but I'll put it in the description box. I finished this last night. I showed it to you last time when I was about halfway through, and then I hadn't touched it all week, and then yesterday I just powered through, like downtime at work, and then all the way last night until I finished it. It took a little bit of trial and error to figure out how to sew it together or like fold it correctly. I was folding it wrong pretty much, but I figured it out. So folded it, sewed it up, and here we are. So let me stand up. You're gonna see some stomach here. I am not pregnant, I promise you, but the stomach is stomaching today. Anyway, it's not a baby in here. Let me suck it in. This is it. What do we think? You guys see it? Let me get in there. Yeah. Yep. So I really like it. I like it a lot. It's comfortable. I probably could have gave myself a little bit more room in the arm here. It's not bad. It's fine, but it's a little bit tight. I sewed up like 6.5 inches, I think, either 6.5, 6 or 6.5, I don't remember. Or I sewed up until and left like an armhole of 6 or 6.5 inches. Probably could have gone to 7. I feel like this one feels a little looser for some reason than this one. This one's a lot tighter. So I don't know, but it's fine. And then the border here this is just a Joanne value, Big Twist value, there we go. In whatever the light gray is that I happen to have. I was thinking, so I don't know. So when Crystal did this, she made like a large size with 2 full, what's it called? Cakes. Maybe I used the halos, the Ogos that came out a couple years ago. So maybe the yardage is different, but it took me 2 full Ogos and I only got up to about the medium size, just barely. I only have like a tiny little ball left. So maybe the yardage on the cakes is different because I don't know how she could have possibly gotten a large out of it. But anyway, so I didn't make it up to a medium, which is fine, but I didn't have enough to like go around and do any kind of bordering. She did a fur border on hers, but I'm not in fur. So I was looking through my yarn stash. I thought I had like some kind of like maybe a magenta yarn. Here, let me take this off. It's actually really hot. I thought I had a color that kind of matched with this darkest color. I couldn't find anything that I really like. I looked through all my pinks and I couldn't find anything that really matched. So I went with like this gray. I think it looks good. I've already washed it. So like the halo part of it is already kind of, you know, it's not as wispy as it is when you first do it. But my husband was doing a load of laundry this morning, so I threw it in there. But it's fine. Up close, it doesn't look great like that. Let me see if we can see. It looks a little matted up close, but like from a distance, it's fine. Either way, I mean, I like it. It's a nice little cardigan. I do not get around to doing a lot of wearables, so I'm happy to have this one finished. Probably too hot. Originally, it was gonna be like my cardigan I take with me on my next week, or really this weekend when I go to Arizona, but it's probably too hot even for that. I'm not sure. You know how when you're in a hot, I've mentioned this before, you're in a hot climate, everywhere you go, the AC is like blasting, so it might still be fine. I might throw it in the suitcase anyway, we'll see. Other than that, so that was all day yesterday, finishing that up. Other than that, I did start 2 new things that I mentioned before. First off, I mentioned that I was gonna do a shawl with this yarn here, which is a Hirschner's. It probably is from Hobby, but it's a Hirschner's Millen, cotton Millen, self-striping. Originally, I was gonna do this Bag O' Day shawl, and I worked on it for like 2 days. I could not get it. I could not get it, man. It was like, it was chain stitches and puff stitches, really easy, but I couldn't, one, the puff stitches were like 7 loop puffs. I could not for the life of me get it good enough to, like keep them loose enough to get the hook through, to pull the hook through all of them. Like she was like, pull it up to about 1/2 inch or to 1 inch, but like I couldn't maintain that distance like that. As I'm doing the loops, I couldn't maintain that as I did subsequent loops. By the time I got to the 7th loop, it was like the hook was like on the yarn, and then when it's time to pull the yarn over through, like you could barely get it through. And then even if I did manage, even like times when I did manage to get it through really well, like there would always be like one like loose loop. It just didn't look good, and I don't know why I couldn't get the cadence of the pattern down either to like line the puffs up the way it's supposed to go. It just was not giving what I wanted. So instead I went with this one. Gosh, what is this girl's name? I do not remember. Check the description box. I cannot remember the name of the shawl or the designer. This is one though, I got this idea from I Love Loopy Crochet and Treasures. She did the shawl months ago, and I remember saving it when she put it in her, she linked it, and I remember saving it, and so I had to dig down in my long list of I'm so sorry. When I find like it's something I want to do, I only like, so if like I watch your videos and I've never liked them, it's because I use my liked videos playlist for like future, oh my gosh, future projects I want to do. I probably just need to make separate playlists for that, but I haven't got around to that yet. So I often don't like I don't like videos just because I don't want to clutter up that list. But I like your videos. If I watch your video, I probably like it. I apologize. So, okay. Anyway, this is where we're at. This is, this grows from this point here. No, just kidding. From the bottom. So this is where we're at. You can kindly see a little bit of a color change already. It's actually gone through 2 subtle changes, because you know the cotton yarn cakes, they change like one strand at a time. So it starts with this pure pink, and then right around here it transitions to like pink with like a lighter yellow, and then now it's got two of the lighter strands. Really it's white, it's pink and white, but I don't think it ever goes to like pure white, because look, it's got this pink, so now it's gonna go out to this like yellow and into this blue. Anyway, that's where we're at. It's growing. Hey kitty, hi. So I'm working on that. At the same time, I'm kind of going back and forth between them. I'm working on this. So actually, this is what I spent my whole evening on. So now I'm going to go back to the pink one. What time is it? Okay. Which is this. I finally cast on Agatha's, Lord, look at me. Agatha's Reading Shawl. Yes, everyone's done this one. This one I can't tell you the name of and the designer. It's from Ophelia Talks. It's a free tutorial. I will link that below as well. Everyone's been doing this. I'm sure you've seen it before in all kind of different forms. I've been wanting to do this one for a while. I just happened to stumble upon the perfect yarn for it, which is sorry, flinging hooks around. Which is this the Loops and Threads Ombre Hues, which is one of the spring yarns I think that came out this year that they just put on clearance. As you see, it's clearance for $3. So we had a whole thing this weekend, some family drama, I guess. Everyone's fine, everything's fine. But I took myself to Michael's to take my mind off things for a little bit. And I remember that, thankfully, I remember before I left that I had a $50 gift card that my mother-in-law gave me for my birthday. Like, I meant to save, I actually saved them for the Karen Cakes markdown that I knew was coming. And then when I went and happened to find the Karen Cakes, I didn't have it on me because I think I heard that they were marked down, but I wasn't sure. I don't know. I just forgot. I forgot about it. But I remembered I took them. So I got, I think, 4 of this color, which is cold something or another. Something or another. Slate gray white is what this one's called. This was not my first choice. They had this like blue and gray one that I really like, but they only had one ball of that. And then they had, I think, this green and something else. This one with greens that I liked, but they only had one ball of that. Everything else that had multiple balls like had just way too many pinks in it, which I have no issues with pinks, obviously, but I just was like, I don't want pinks. I want something else. So I wasn't feeling any of those. So this one I like though, even though it's way more neutral than I usually go. It's way more neutral than I usually go, but I like it's really pretty still. And there was like 4 of them, so I'm gonna keep going with these 4. If it's like too small, I'll add the blue one at the end just for something different. But it's really nice. It's got it, what is it? I think I want to say it's a 3-way. It's a chain. I don't know if this is chain spun or blown. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's chain spun though. Actually, I think it is. It's definitely chain spun. Well, maybe not. I feel like I can't tell. I don't think I see anything blown through it, but I can definitely see like the tubing. And it's made of, where are you? 75% polyester and 25% acrylic. So it's light because it's chain spun, but it is warm, very warm. And it's a 3. It's a good solid 3. But because of the construction, I think it's gonna be really light and airy. So that one's going good. So I've been working on both of those like in tandem. So I'll work like a few rows of one, I'll work a few rows of the other. But I was just like binge watching the second half of Bridgerton tonight and just worked through this whole, just only worked on that. I didn't switch back and forth. So whatever other energy I have to do some crocheting tonight, I will work on the pink shawl. And that is about it. I just wanted to come on because I'm going to go on vacation. Like I said, I'll be leaving on Saturday. Today is Thursday night. Oh, and I'll show you this too. This is the other thing I've been working on feverishly, but I'm not going to finish it this week, is this last baby blanket here. So I found this is Big Twist Classic in like what, burnt orange or some kind of orange. Just orange. It looks a little burnt orange to me, but it is apparently just orange. Obviously the texture is a little bit different. They're both 5 weights. This orange is a tad bit of a lighter 5, or at least like a looser spun 5 weight. You can see, let me turn it around so at least the right side. The texture difference, you can feel the texture difference, but I think it's okay. And I like the colors. It looks a little bit like a candy corn. The colors are good on it. I'm almost done, really close to done. I might actually finish this before I leave. But this is all I got left. So we're gonna finish it up. It is what it is. I still like it. I mean, I wish I could have done it all in the one yarn, but I didn't want to buy it. It's just, I wasn't buying a whole other ball just for that. Because it's a big ball. Anything else? That's it. So I'm gonna take, on my vacation, I'm taking these 2. Hopefully I'll finish at least one of them while I'm there and I'll be able to wear it. And I'm going to take that baby blanket that I showed you last week, my other intricate blanket that I started by Bonnie Bay Crochet. I didn't bring it down because I haven't done a lot on it this week. I did a little bit, but not a lot. So it doesn't look too different than it did before. There's like one other, I think one new stitch I put on, and I'm getting ready to start another new stitch, but I'll take that one on vacation. I probably won't even touch that until we get there. Just pack it in my suitcase. Sorry, my nose is itching. And work on that too. That one, because these 2 I already, like, I don't have to pay, like, I don't have to look at the pattern again. I think until when I finish the pink one, I'll have to look at it to see exactly what the border is, because there is a border, but for the Agatha's reading shawl, I don't think there's even a border. Can't recall. But either way, I don't have to look at it while I'm working on it, so I can do it on a plane, I can do it in an airport, I can do it wherever without having to like worry about finding the like paying attention to the tutorial. Whereas for that blanket, it's called the Rainbow Baby Blanket. You have to pretty much watch every row. But anyway, I did up it to a 5mm hook like I talked about last time, and I'm liking the texture a lot better of the blanket that's coming out, so that's good. Anyhow, I guess that's it. I just wanted to come on real quick because I know I'm going to be out of town, and I wanted to show you guys. I really want to show you guys this because it's so pretty. And you know, I don't do a whole lot of wearables, but I really like this one. And it was easy. This stitch went so fast. And even like when I was laying it out, because it's big, this is like, I went to like 36 by, probably like 34 by 36 or so. Or maybe, I don't remember. I know the long end was 36 inches. And I was like, man, that's a beautiful blanket. Like when I was laid out flat before I folded it, I was like, I could just leave it just like this and it could just be a beautiful blanket. And it would be. It would be a really beautiful blanket. But the stitch went really fast. Like you can see, it's a really cool texture. It looks a lot more complicated than it is. The way that I hate the way that the fuzziness of the yarn like kind of messes it up. Like you can't see the texture quite as well, but it's there. And anyway, so I will see you guys probably when I get back at some point, probably a few days after I get back, because we're going to get back on a Saturday. We will be tired. We're getting back late. And then Sunday we'll be busy, and then back to work on Monday, sadly, and catching up with all that stuff, because I'm not even going to take my work computer this time. I usually take my work computer with me when I'm on vacation just because I'm needed, but I am not going to take my work computer. I'll just take my regular laptop, and I'm going to totally unplug. And funny thing is, my boss is going to be he's going to go on vacation that week too. Ever since like everyone's been going on vacation like the last few weeks. And so me and my boss happened to be going at the same time. He said the same thing. He's like, you're probably not going to be able to reach me. And I was like, me neither. So we'll see. But anyway, yes, I'm so excited to be unplugging for a little while, getting away from the office, getting away from everything. And, yeah, anyway, but not getting away from my knitting and crocheting. I don't think I'm taking a knitting project outside of maybe some cotton to make washcloths if I feel like it. But I am going to think of some good knitting projects to work on when I'm back, because now that I did this blanket, I kind of got my needle fingers back into it, and so we're gonna start working that back into my repertoire, my project list or whatever when I get back, or like this summer or whatever. Anyway, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great next week or two, and I'll see you guys I'll see you in a bit. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, bye.